Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel, Saved by Grace, Aware of the Narc. On this channel, I am going to be raising awareness about narcissistic abuse, traits, characteristics, and signs, and toxic relationships. I'm also going to be talking about just God and how amazing He is and how He saved me from a narcissistically abusive relationship and how it really just propelled me into a deeper relationship with God and really just saved my life. How I've been just leveling up spiritually, getting into the Word, fasting, praying, and really building my relationship with God. So this is the premiere of my channel. So welcome for anyone who is going to be listening into my channel. Please subscribe, like, comment, share, all the above. I really want to get this information out there. When I was in a narcissistically abusive relationship, in a really toxic relationship, I was not aware of narcissistic abuse. I had heard the word, but I really didn't know what it meant, and I really had no reason prior to this relationship to look into it and really educate myself on it. But since removing myself from that relationship, God has really revealed so many things to me and has just opened my eyes. And so I've been really educating myself on what I was dealing with and what I was really going through. And so I want to help raise awareness for people that may not know. Narcissistic people target innocent, unsuspecting individuals that are full of light and empathy, really caring, genuine individuals, because they are not that. And a lot of people get sucked into these relationships, and the ultimate goal is to destroy these people, dim their light, just ruin these people. It's evil. It is nothing but Satan, and we rebuke him in the name of Jesus. And so if I can help anyone to either just be knowledgeable about what they're dealing with, or to try to help someone avoid getting into a relationship with these types of toxic people so that they don't have to go through the things that I went through, that is my main goal here. And of course, to just give all glory, honor, and praise to God. Okay, so this first video, without further ado, it's going to be 5 signs that you're in a narcissistically abusive relationship, or at minimum, a toxic relationship, excuse me. And so the first sign is that they don't respect your boundaries. Now, this could be whether you're just entering into a relationship with someone that's toxic or narcissistic, or you may already be in a relationship with someone who is toxic or has these traits, possibly this personality disorder. But most likely when it comes to someone who is a narcissist, you're not really going to see these things in the beginning because they put on this fake persona. They mimic you, everything. You guys have everything in common. They seem like this perfect person for you. So most likely you're definitely going to see this further along in the relationship, but usually with a narcissist, not in the very beginning, because they are wearing a mask. They have been watching you very closely, so they're mimicking you. And they're just coming off like they are the most perfect person for you, like you guys are soulmates and like you guys have everything in common. So you will start to see this further along, but at minimum, you're going to see this with a toxic person. So someone not respecting your boundaries it could be anything. It could be something that they're saying, something that they're doing, something that they may want you to do. It could really be anything that you're not really comfortable with, that you don't really want to do. And when someone is not respecting your boundaries, they could do something, say that you're not really comfortable with. It's always good. You want to give people a little bit of the benefit of the doubt. Not too many benefits of the doubt, because that's when toxic people, narcissistic people really take advantage, and they are going to push and push and push to see how far they can go. So you always want to have that clear-cut communication. If someone's doing something that you're not comfortable with, or maybe saying something to you that you don't like or that you don't agree with, it's always good to have that clear-cut communication, just to give them the benefit of the doubt. Not everybody has the same upbringing. Not everyone, thinks or looks at things the same way. So it's really important to have that communication. Hey, I'm not comfortable with you saying this to me. I'm not comfortable with doing this. I'm not comfortable with you doing this. And once you have that communication with them, if they continue to push and push and push, trying to see how far they can push you to lower your boundaries, or to see if they can overstep your boundaries, this is what I mean by someone not respecting your boundaries. So it could be anything. Like I said, it could be something that they're saying, something that they're doing, something that they're trying to get you to do, even places that they want you to go. It could really be anything that you have drawn a line. You have let these people know, hey, I'm not comfortable with this, or I don't like this. And they continue to push. They continue to, nag you about it, push you about it, trying to get you to lower your boundaries or overstep that boundary that you have set in place. So if you're noticing this, especially in the beginning of a relationship, that is really a sign that you're dealing with, at minimum, a toxic person. And it is best that if they're not respecting your boundaries, if they keep saying things to you that you don't agree with or that you do not feel comfortable with, trying to get you to do things that you don't feel comfortable with, and they're just not respecting how you feel, you probably want to head for the door. Okay? So that is the first sign. The second sign, this is usually going to be if you have been involved in a relationship for a little bit, and you do kind of start to see it more in the beginning of a relationship as well, but you definitely know further into the relationship. And it is if you've been conditioned to not say no. Okay, so when you're dealing with narcissistic people, when you're dealing with toxic people, and it kind of, again, ties into the first sign where they don't respect your boundaries. But this is a thing where when you say no, or they want you to do something for them, or they want you to do something with them, and you say no, a narcissistic person, a toxic person, they do not want to hear the word no. Okay, they do not want you telling them no. They want to be in full control. They want to have things their way. Okay, so if you've kind of been conditioned to not say no, and when I say conditioned and not say no, say they wanted you to do something for them or something with them, just whatever they wanted you to do, and you say no, and you realize like this person's attitude changes. They may go into a rage. If it's a narcissist, their mask might slip a little bit. You see that they're becoming angry, or they become vindictive. They might not show it right then and there, but you kind of see at some point, their behavior starts to become vindictive. And if you continue in a relationship with this person, you're going to notice that when you say no, it's a problem. Like, they're going to be trying to get back at you in some way, shape, or form. Like I said, it might not be right then and there because these people are deceitful, they're sneaky. But at some point, it's not okay to say no. So when you said no, they either got really upset or they, did something or said something maybe a little later that you can tell it's a result of you saying no to them about something that they wanted you to do. And after a while, you kind of become conditioned like, oh gosh, if I say no, like I really don't want to do this, but if I say no, I know it's going to be an issue, or they try to make you feel like, well, I'll go somewhere else and get it, or I'll do, I'll get it some other kind of way, or, there's kind of a little bit of a threatening energy, or, they go into a rage or get really upset with you when you tell them no. Toxic people and narcissistic people do not want to hear the word no. They want to be in full control, and they just want things to be the way that they want them. So if you're experiencing this, if you know, if I tell this person no, it's going to be an issue, you could possibly be dealing with a narcissist or at minimum a very toxic person. Okay, so going into the third sign, they do things that make you feel insecure or that have you kind of second guessing yourself or feeling down about yourself. So like I said before, in the beginning of a relationship with a narcissist, you are probably not going to see this right away. They have their mask on, it's tight, it's sealed. They are going to be love bombing you, whether it be with gifts, affection, admiration, compliments. They really are going to be putting their best foot forward to suck you in and make you, really fall for them and make you feel like they are just the best thing in the world and the perfect person for you. But you definitely will, once they have you where they want you, you definitely will start to feel this way with a narcissist or a toxic person, because they are rooted in shame. They have very low self-esteem usually, but they put on this, grandiose, they have a really huge ego, a really big ego. They have a really huge ego that kind of covers up this really deeply rooted shame and low self-esteem and insecurities. Okay, so you might see this a little, maybe a couple months into the relationship with a narcissist or a toxic person. Because even just with plain toxic people, they're usually not going to be just completely outright about it in the beginning, because they want to get you to a certain point where you feel like you can trust them, where you're vulnerable with them, but at some point they do start to devalue you. Okay, and this could be saying little things, if it's something about work or your accomplishments, or maybe the way you look, the way you dress, and especially with a narcissist, in the beginning, they were admiring you, they were idealizing you, everything about you was perfect, and they're giving you handfuls of compliments on top of compliments and really just kind of wooing you and sucking you in. But after a while, a couple months, sometimes it could be even a couple weeks, a couple months or a year, they're going to start devaluing you. And this is inevitable because it is just a part of their pathological cycle that they live in. Okay, so, you're either noticing them, say, checking out other women, when you're out in public, or comparing you maybe to their exes, or, people that they see, or just saying little things that like kind of make you second guess yourself. Like, I didn't think I looked that bad, or I thought my hair was nice, and, something like that. Like they're just, these little, they start saying these little slights or like little digs about you that kind of, it's devaluing you. The way that they're treating you, they may not be treating you with the most respect or how they were treating you in the beginning. And you're really just starting to look at yourself like, did I do something wrong? Or, am I not? Like, I've always had pretty high confidence in myself. I've always, felt like I looked okay. I may not be the most beautiful or, the best dresser in the world, but I've always pretty much felt confident in my style and the way I look, the way I do things. Never been super jealous, things like that, because they want you to be jealous. They want to spark insecurity within you. They want you going to them asking, well, what did I do wrong? Or what's the problem? Or, how can I make this better? Okay, so they want you to feel insecure. They want you to be going to them for validation, all those compliments and things that they were flooding you with in the beginning. Now they're starting to pull back on that, and you're starting to see, that they don't have that same value for you and that same admiration and adoration for you that they did in the beginning, and you're starting to kind of look at yourself like, hey, am I the problem? So if you're starting to feel this way, you're starting to like look at yourself, second guessing yourself, things like that. It could be in your business. It could be, in your job performance. Maybe you work with this person, anything like that. If they're starting to make you like feel insecure or second guess yourself, you are definitely at minimum in a relationship with a toxic person. It could very well be a narcissistic person. So definitely, and you don't want to be in a relationship with someone who is making you feel down, who isn't encouraging you, who isn't supporting you, who, is saying disrespectful things to you, or even like little things. You might come up with an idea or something and it's like, oh, here she go, or here he go. You know what I mean? Even the little things start to chip away at your security and your confidence over time. So it's really important, to be in prayer, to have that communication and connection with God, and really asking the Holy Spirit to give you wisdom and discernment, because things are not always just outright and obvious. These people, like I said, they are deceitful, they are conniving, very calculated, and the ultimate goal is to destroy you, destroy your confidence, destroy the essence of who you are as a person, to dim that light about you that they were so attracted to you in the beginning, because they do not possess these things. They're not empathetic. They don't care that they're hurting you. They don't care that you're starting to feel uncomfortable. In fact, that is exactly what they want. And they want you to be coming back to them for that validation and admiration and affection that they were giving you in the beginning. They want you chasing them now, so to speak. Okay, so if you're feeling any of these things or noticing any of these things in your relationship, you are definitely in a relationship with a toxic person, possibly even a narcissist. Okay, so number 4 is that you feel drained of your energy. You're not really feeling like yourself. You may be losing or gaining weight. You're just kind of like not feeling like your normal self. Because definitely with a narcissist, they feed off of your energy, they feed off of your emotions, and you are going to be exerting and expelling a lot of energy with these people. You are genuine, you are a person of light, you have truly come to care about this person, maybe even have fallen in love with this person, and really, they're not good people. They're not rooted in love, they're not rooted in Christ. These people are agents of evil. They are sent into your life from Satan. These people are not good people, and it sucks to say that, but they are not. Whatever traumas or issues they had maybe as a child, they never healed from these issues, and they have allowed to the devil to enter in through the pain, whatever pain that they went through. They detached emotionally, they lack or have no empathy, so they can't really honestly and genuinely feel for you. So, they're really just feeding off of you. So if you notice yourself, like when you're around this person or situations that this person is having you in, it could be drama at this point, triangulation, just different things that this person is now putting into your life from being in your life. You're starting to feel drained of your energy. You're going above and beyond for this for these people or this person. You're supporting them, you're encouraging them, you're helping them out in different situations. You're doing things for them. And a lot of times you're drained of your energy because they're not reciprocating that energy. It's going to be constantly you going above and beyond and doing things for them. Support, encouragement, trying to lift these people up. So if you're really starting to feel drained, you're not feeling like yourself, that's definitely a sign that you may be dealing with a narcissist or a toxic person. Okay, so please look out for these signs. Another thing is that you're feeling confused. It's like they're starting to come off as a different person from the person that you met in the beginning and the person that you may have at this point fallen for. Okay, because like I said, when you're dealing with a narcissist, they are going to seem like the sweetest, most charming, perfect person in the beginning. They have been watching you. They have targeted you. Even if you didn't notice this person, they started to come around. They started to, really, come around you, and, they're presenting themselves to you, and you may not have even been attracted to this person. They might not have even been on your radar, but they have been watching you, and they have targeted you for your light, for your energy, their good nature. Narcissists are like moths to a flame. When you are a person of light, when you have a great calling on your life, because these people are being used by Satan. So he knows the people that really have a light about them, that have a calling on their life, that are going to do great things for the kingdom of God, people that are genuine and loving and empathetic. He knows. So these people are targeting you for the energy and the light that is around you, and they are sent by Satan. So anyway, back to this sign. Okay, so if you're feeling confused and like they're a completely different person. If you've been in a relationship, like I said, they're going to change from that love bombing stage, which is this perfect, ideal person in the beginning. After a while, they are going to start to devalue you. Okay, so they may be ghosting you. You may see a difference in their behavior and how they're treating you, how they're talking to you, things that they once loved about you and gave you millions of compliments on. Now they're starting to pick and poke at those little things, or starting to make you feel, like I said before, insecure about these things that they once admired about you. Or they may be ghosting you. You may not be receiving messages back from this person. They may not be calling you regularly like they were in the beginning. And so now you're starting to feel confused. Okay, and this is a surefire sign that Satan has sent someone into your life. Okay, he is the author of confusion, chaos, destruction, lies. Okay, if God sends someone into your life, there's going to be understanding, there's going to be honesty, there's going to be peace. You are going to be able to know the difference. So if you're now starting to feel confused just about the way that they feel about you, if you're starting to feel confused about the relationship as a whole, and now you're starting to question them like, hey, what's going on? Or again, like, did I do something wrong? The whole aim is to make you feel like you're the problem or like you did something wrong. Okay. And this is where that kind of like addiction part of it comes in at, because now you're attached to this person, you've fallen in love with this person, you've been supporting this person, encouraging this person, exerting all this effort and energy for this person. And now they're just like different. They don't treat you the same. They don't talk to you the same. They're starting to devalue you. Okay. And like I said, this may come in the form of ghosting, or putting you on the shelf. And now you're confused, you're wondering why you're feeling hurt, which is all a part of their scheme, the plot, and the plan. It's to get validation from you, for you now chasing after them, wanting, and not to say like, oh, you're chasing after them, but now naturally, it's like you've fallen for this person. Now they're acting different. They're treating you different. You want answers. Hey, did I do something wrong? Is there anything I can do to make it better? Did I say something that offended you? Like, what is going on? Why are you treating me different now? Why is it not the same as it was a month ago or a few weeks ago? What changed? So now you're starting to, question and wonder, hey, did I do something wrong or am I the problem? Okay. And again, that's just all a part of the cycles. It's all a part of their plan, because these people seek outside validation. And when they're ghosting you, when they now have you hooked and they switch up on you and pull the rug from under you, now you're going to them, not only looking for that validation and the things that they were doing in the beginning, but now you're looking at yourself as, hey, am I the problem? Is there anything I can do to fix this? Is there, now you want to do more to try to get back to that place that you were at in the beginning. And this is what really, really feeds them. Okay, so that's definitely a sign that you may be in a relationship with a narcissistic person or a toxic person. Okay, so that is the end of my list for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Saved by Grace. I will be definitely coming back, giving you guys more information, sharing more of my experiences, of the things that I went through, and just how God has revealed so much to me on my healing journey, thank you, Lord. I'm just so grateful to God that He said enough is enough. This relationship was really destroying me. It took me for about 10 loops. And I really had no idea what I had gotten myself into. And I'm just so grateful that God said, enough is enough. It's time to walk away. And that's what I did. So I hope that I can help someone out there. I hope that, my messages get to the people that they are meant to get to. I hope that I can help someone avoid getting into these relationships with these toxic and narcissistic people before they even get too far into it. These relationships are really, really destructive. I was in the relationship with a narcissist for 3.5 years, and it really nearly destroyed me until God just said, no, this is enough, So I'm going to get into some other videos. I'm going to go deeper into the signs and traits and cycles as I move forward into some of my other videos. I hope you guys stay tuned. I hope that this information was a blessing to you guys and that it really reaches who it's for. Please subscribe, like, share, comment. I will be answering questions. If you guys have questions, I will definitely, I'm here to answer your questions and help anyone that I can help. And I'm going to make another video about this, but there is one particular thing that happened in the very beginning of my relationship with a narcissist, that it seemed completely innocent. It's not something that I don't think most people really even have a second thought about. It can even seem like kind of charming and like, oh, well, no pressure and things like that. But there is one key thing that it took me until I was saved and removed from this relationship, and God just put it on my mind. Like, I don't even know, it couldn't be anything but God, that like I thought back to this once I was out of the relationship, and it was literally the initial thing that if I would have known what I'm going to share with you guys from that initial interaction with this person and the way that they did this, that I could have avoided even being in a relationship with them, or at least, my radar would have been going off like, red flag, steer clear, keep your eyes open, but I didn't know. I didn't even think twice about this. So as I continue to go on in my channel, and try to educate people and make people aware of these types of people, these signs, characteristics, traits. In one of my next videos, I will definitely be sharing this one thing with you guys that could possibly eliminate you even getting into a relationship with these people. So that was my first video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please subscribe. Please stay tuned. And I will see you in the next video. God bless you all. And thank you so much for tuning in.